Some days in the studio you start really easily, other days not so much. It's hard to get into the art zone. Sometimes you need to do a warm up. Just like any other activity, you need to warm yourself up. Like with running, you might want to stretch. With singing, you're going to do scales. Same thing in the studio, you got to warm up. I do painting warm ups. I set a timer for 30 minutes to keep myself honest, and I paint something small, whatever's in front of me in the studio. The day I filmed this, I had a few plants near the window, a geranium and another one with dark, sort of heart-shaped leaves. I don't know what it's called. I worked on gessoed printmaking paper that was toned gray. It's just me and one camera and a round brush. And red. I used red oil paint to start with. It was thinned in mineral spirits. I try and get the drawing in the first couple of minutes. I started by drawing with red paint, just sketching loosely, feeling out the shapes, getting in the shadows, try to get the composition down. Nothing too precious, just working as quickly as possible, keeping my eye on that timer. This video is not sped up. It's done in real time, but it's shortened to about 18 minutes and not 30 because I edited out all of the times where I was mixing paint or standing back and looking. That took about 10 minutes worth of that 30 minutes just in mixing paint and standing back. When I'm teaching, I often see students struggle to get started. They sit down, they draw for a few lines, and they kind of can't get into it. It's not that they can't draw, it's just they haven't warmed up. And so sometimes I'll encourage them to warm up just like you would if you're doing sports, or if you're a musician and tuning your instrument. We think of it as something that athletes or performers might do, but it's just as essential for artists. First drawing before you paint, it's just plan it out, synchronize your mind with your eye, with your hand. When I have a long studio day ahead, I always start with a 30-minute warm up. I set a timer, and whatever's on the surface when it rings, finish or not, that is the painting. It builds in forgiveness. If it doesn't work, it's fine. It was only a warm up. As a drawing has taken shape, I start massing in big areas using dark greens, um, blacks, purples for these really dark spots. I try to keep it really loose in the first 10 minutes, thinking just about mass and shape, proportion, not detail. Around the 10-minute mark, I start narrowing my focus, looking for shifts in value and color, and ways to bring parts of the painting forward and have other parts recede into the background. I want depth, but I'm not concerned about perfection. At times I use the paint that I had left over from the prior day's painting sessions. I usually, when I'm done painting for the day, I scrape any remaining piles of paint off to the side that I can reuse. And so it speeds up the painting process because oftentimes I have a good color already mixed, ready to go. Warm ups can teach you about your focus. They can shake off a lot of hesitation and self doubt because you know you just have to get something on the paper. They can also make you really aware of practical things. If the studio too cold, you need to grab a sweatshirt, or you need a different brush or a different paint. You'll figure all of that out before you start really painting for the day when you need more focus. It's a small ritual that can make a really big difference. When you build warm ups into your practice, you kind of give yourself permission to start imperfectly, to make a bad painting, to get out of your head and just do some work. After massing in all those darks, now it's time to move into those middle tones. So I've gone in and brought in other greens, some warms and some cools, greens mixed with oranges and greens mixed with blues to start building up those different values and the differentiation between the leaves. Doing these warm ups has made me a stronger painter. I have a better sense of how long it takes me to do certain parts of the painting. This is great practice when I am out landscape painting and I really only have 2 hours of consistent light when I'm outdoors. It has also helped me to make better decisions when I'm sketching, again, outdoors somewhere. So it's just help me be more conscious of my process, how long it takes me to draw, how long it takes me to block in color, uh, and getting out of my head so that I can make quick but thoughtful decisions. I really have grown as a painter as I've started doing these 30-minute warm ups. I had a really fortuitous moment when I was painting the pot. I had blocked in the reds and browns and had a lot of paint on the surface. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, and I used my palette knife to scrape it out, and that process of scraping it out blended those colors together really well, and it was purely accidental, but it really liked the way it looked and thought I could just really kinda work with that. You learn a lot of these little techniques during this process when you're sort of pushing the paint around. Towards the end, when I see that maybe have about 10 minutes left, I wanna start adding enough detail to make the forms distinctive. Some crisp edges, put in some highlights, get in those little punches of color, and then block in that background or any, sort of environment for the painting. When I hear that timer goes off, it brushes down and that is it. The painting is done. So I've got to plan my time to get in that background or the table surface, get in those highlights before that timer goes off. It's a good way to get warmed up, and it's a really fun way to paint. Some of these little pieces end up being studies for bigger works, and some of them are just sketches um, that throw in a cupboard or sometimes throw in the trash. Here is my challenge to you. Try adding a warm up to your art practice. Set a timer, 5 or 10 minutes if you're drawing, 30 minutes if you're painting, and then just stop when it rings. Don't overthink it. Don't judge it. Just make the marks, push the paint around, push the pencil around, you will be surprised how much easier it is to slip into that creative flow when you're already kind of got it started. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can read more of my thoughts on painting and teaching and the creative practice on my Substack, Finding Creative Ground. And the link for that will be in the description. Thanks for watching and happy painting.